Hello. In this lesson you will learn some phrasal verbs you can use to talk about traveling. Let's start with these phrasal verbs. All of them have a similar meaning, and people can use them when they start a journey or go somewhere on a trip. Let's look at each of them a little bit closer. Get away or go away. So, the phrasal verb get away or go away is used when you go somewhere to have a holiday, often because you need to have some rest or just to travel. For example, they went away for the weekend to relax. You should get away for a couple of days. You look tired. Go off or get off. The next one is to go off or to get off. If you get off, you leave a place and go somewhere else. You depart from somewhere to travel to some other location. For example, she went off on holiday with her friends. It's better to get off early, before the rush hour. Set out. This phrasal verb is very common. To set out means to begin traveling, to start a journey, to leave from somewhere for some other place. For example, they always set out on their trips exactly as they planned them. They set out on a hike yesterday morning. Set off. The phrasal verb to set off has the same meaning as the previous one. You can use it when you begin a journey or expedition, for example. You leave one place, like your home, to travel to some other location or different places. For example, when do you plan to set off on your journey? They set off for New York at 5 o'clock in the morning. Start off. One more way to say that you begin a journey or set out on a trip is to use this phrasal verb, to start off. For example, they started off from Madrid and drove to London. They will start off when the courier delivers tickets. Drive out. If you travel somewhere in a vehicle to a place that is away from your home or away from your city, you can use the phrasal verb drive out. It can be, for example, some location in the countryside or some other city. For example, Jack was so mad, he just got in the car and drove out. Let's drive out to the forest for a picnic. Head for. When you travel towards some destination or go in a certain direction to some particular place, such phrasal verb like head for can be used. You can say, for example, I headed for London to meet our friends. Head for downtown and you'll see the parade. Get around. Very often people go on a vacation, try to visit several places at once. So if you need to say that you sightsee different things or travel from one location to another, you can use this phrasal verb, to get around. For example, it was really easy to get around Rome last spring. We always use public transport to get around the city while on vacation. Pack in. Some people just like lying in the sun and swimming in the ocean during their vacations. But others, on the contrary, try to see and do as many different things as possible to remember their trips, no matter that the time is limited. So, if you like to schedule a lot of activities for your vacation in a short period of time, you can use the phrasal verb to pack in. For example, we usually try to pack in our vacation to get the most out of it. It's really exhausting to pack in lots of things in just 1 week of your vacation. Check in. When you go on vacation, you need to stay somewhere. Usually people choose a hotel. So when you arrive at the hotel and want to go to your room, first of all, you need to register, or in other words, to check in. The same phrasal verb to check in is used when you record your arrival at the airport. After that, you are given a ticket and told where to go further. For example, when I arrived at the hotel, I went to the reception to check in. Passengers are requested to check in 2 hours before the flight. Check out. After staying for some time in your hotel, you need to go home or travel to some other place. But first, you need to check out. The phrasal verb to check out means to leave a hotel after paying the bill and returning your room key. For example, we checked out at 11 o'clock and drove to the airport. They never check out till noon. Soak up. For sure, if you go traveling, you want to get some great experience, relax, or just have some fun. The phrasal verb to soak up means to absorb and enjoy something that exists around you, like to enjoy the climate or to enjoy the friendliness of local people. For example, they don't really like to get around. They'd rather soak up the sun at the beach. We soaked up the atmosphere of the night Prague. Get something out of something. A similar meaning has this phrasal verb, to get something out of something. If you get something out of something, you get pleasure or benefit from it. For example, we hope to get so much fun out of this trip. I got a lot out of that study tour. Come from. And the last phrasal verb for today is to come from. Usually, while on your travels, you meet new people or make friends. Sometimes they can ask you about your origin. The phrasal verb to come from means to be born in a particular place and grew up there. For example, where do you come from? Mexico. They come from Brazil. Now let's have some practice to memorize these phrasal verbs. Your task will be to fill in the gaps with the appropriate phrasal verb. Pay attention to the grammar tenses. Make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel and press the bell not to miss my next lesson with the second part of the travel phrasal verbs or any other lessons that I share here. Your homework for today is to make at least 3 sentences using today's travel phrasal verbs and share them in the comments below. If you want to learn more travel phrasal verbs, please visit my website. I will leave a link in the description below. Meanwhile, check my other lessons. I'll be waiting for you there. See you very soon. Take care.